muntik na tagpo, handang-handa lahat sa paglalaro. Ilabas ang tinatagong talento, maharlika. Walang imposible, aabante hanggang sa makamit ang tagumpay. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Isa lamang ang layunin, basketballista ang Pilipinas, sama-sama. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina.
Oras na para maipakita ang mga nakatago na talento ng Pinay. Sa tag-iisa na at pagalingan, handang ipamalas anong kayang ibigay. Kaya-kaya talaga na maipagsabayan, kabibiliban sa kadalaban ng galawan. Sa katularangan, masasaksihan na ang kakayanan ng ating kababaihan.
Dugo at pawis na ang puhunan, bawat ensayo ay tututukan. Hanggat may oras, hindi susuko.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina.
Live from the Wmpbl Generation here in the city of Pasay for the start of our best of three finals of the second regular season of the Women's Philippines Basketball League between the Akari Sparks Rizal and the Batangas Museum Bluefire. Let us now meet the competitors. Starting off with a team that finished #1 after the classification round. The Akari Sparks Rizal. First is the former UP Lady Maroon playing in their first Wmpbl finals. From Navotas City, number 16, Karen Sanapol. Next is the former FEU Lady Tamar, who was captain in the second round of the sports, playing in her first Wmpbl finals. From San Narciso, Zambales, wearing jersey number 2, Joanne Limba. Microwave type of player out of the Adamson Lady Falcons player. Also in her first final stint in the Wmpbl. From Commonwealth, Quezon City, wearing jersey number 23, Bluefire. Round number 2 epitome of next woman up is this former FEU Lady Tamar. Is in her first Wmpbl final stint from San Pedro, Laguna, wearing jersey number 31, Jai Del Prado. This former University Valley Tigers is one of the most underrated bigs in the league and one of the veterans for the Sparks. This is her second finals appearance in the Wmpbl. From Wmpbl, Bulacan, wearing jersey number 9, Joy Galicia. A late addition to the Sparks is this former BUP Lady Radical is playing in her first Wmpbl finals from Paco, Manila, wearing jersey number 11, Adi Atlawan. A bit more type of a player and is one of the best three-point shooters in the league today. This former University Valley Tiger definitely brings the spot to Rizal. Playing in our first finals with Akari from Mandaluyong City, wearing jersey number 10, Jen Angeles. One of the most consistent bigs in the league is this former CU Lady Scorpion, a consistent rebounder and much needed enforcer for the Sparks. In her first finals appearance from Santa Tomas, Pangasinan, wearing jersey number 21, Steph Ventura. A true warrior is this former Lady Red Warrior, who is the anchor for the middle for the Sparks all season long. She will try to continue that here in her second finals appearance from Marikina City, wearing jersey number 19, LJ Candelario. A true veteran of the game. This former FBU Lady Camera has served the country, not just in the armed forces, but also for the national team in different tournaments in the past. From Tarlac City, Tarlac, wearing jersey number 8, Camille Sambile. Former FBU Lady Camera of Trinity Western University, stand up in Canada, was drafted 5th overall in the 2026 draft, and has been the right spark plug needed by Akari all season long. Playing in our first Wmpbl finals from Latawang, Cebu, wearing jersey number 0, the spark plug, Shemaya Abatayo. This former Anderson Lady Falcons a true workhorse, as she was a top pick in the 2026 draft, and also a member of the women's national handball team and the Philippine Army. Playing in her second Wmpbl finals from San Carlos, Pangasinan, wearing jersey number 24, Wmpbl. Another late addition for the Akari Sparks is this current Gilas Filipinos mainstay, known for her being much in all the teams she has played for, making her name not just as a three-point shooter, but also in the leadership side as member of the Philippine Army. Playing in her first finals from Liberty, Batangas, wearing jersey number 7, Captain Clutch, Janine Ponteros. This former FBU Lady Camera standout is the most hard-working woman for her squad as she balances is being head coach for FEU, a businesswoman and a lawyer, and a mother to her children. She proves everyone that no role can be what she loves. Playing in her second Wmpbl finals from Rojas, Isabela, wearing jersey number 15, the Iron Terror, Liza Palmera Dean. The heart and soul of this Akari squad is this former FEU Lady Diana Stella, be it on offense or on defense, be it on the board or off the floor. Playing in the second Wmpbl finals from Batangas City, Cebu, wearing jersey number 17, the amazing Ariana Coaching Rizal is a winner in all levels of basketball, and he is looking for his first championship in the women's level. Their head coach, Mano Derek Pimentel. Assistant coaches, Robert Walton, Roy Villanes, Michael Amor, John Pilar, and Alan Lim. Team manager is Mosey Rivera. Team owners are Miss Hannah Chu, Miss Jane Chu, and Mr. Christopher Chu. Ready to sport up the finals, the Akari Sports Resort! And now, let us meet the protagonist for already and defending champions of the Wmpbl, the Batangas, New Zealand, Bluefire. First is a former TLSR Lady Archer who is playing in her second Wmpbl finals from San Miguel, Bulacan, playing team manager, wearing jersey number Joanna Arcega. Next is a late addition to Batangas. Is this former USD Growling Tigers, who has been part of the squad last season as part of the management. This time, she's trying to make her own run on the floor, fighting her first Wmpbl finals from San Manuel, Pangasinan, wearing jersey number 24, Rosel Dionisio. This former Andrew College trainer, this is serviceable men, who is always ready with Mountain Boy Judy with Batangas, playing in her second Wmpbl finals from Antipolo, Rizal, wearing jersey number 14, Abby Manzanares. A former Lupi Lady by Maroon is one of the unsung heroes for Batangas, as this is also her second Wmpbl finals appearance. From Davao City, Davao, wearing jersey number 26, Christy Marikit. Small but terrible as this next player out of the Americans, and is one of the best defensive guards, playing in her second finals with Batangas. From Cagayan de Oro, wearing jersey number 4, M.G. Kala. One of the hottest and spiciest players in the league is this former Dallas Lady Archers player who is playing in their second finals with the Batangas from Kansas City, wearing jersey number 11, playing in their first finals with the Batangas. This player of the NU Lady Book Stable was proven to have a run that she is not just a squasher, but a consistent three-point shooter from Cebu City, Cebu, wearing jersey number 23, Jill Tass. A scavenger type of a player from the Florida Eastern University stable is in her second finals appearance for Batangas. Her beauty might deceive you, but she's a fighter on the floor. From San Mateo, Isabela, wearing jersey number 6, the Queen, Beauty Aquino. Best former UP Lady Fighting Room, Sarah Mr. Silent Operator, from Batangas. Her silent demeanor might deceive you, but she can give you consistent numbers. From Wmpbl, Negros Occidental, wearing jersey number 29, Riza Lazela. One of the top shooters, one called upon, is the scorer, Dallas Lady Archer, is consistent and dialed up on from a three-point distance. But her playmaking skills is also a key figure. From Kansas City, wearing jersey number 5, the Splash Sister, Camille Bravo. Saving the best for last, as this player just came back to the defending champions just in time, as this former NU Lady Bulldog has been a major factor for Batangas, playing in her second WNBL finals from Katipunan, Zamboanga del Norte, wearing jersey number 15, Wmpbl. Top-notch playmaker from the National University, Lady Wmpbl is a proven steady player for them, proven during the last semi-final series. A true testament of a real veteran, Aguilas Filipinas national team member, playing in her second WNBL final step from Cagayan de Oro, number 18, Andrea Tonko. This next standout is also a Gilas Filipinas national team member and a former Dallas Lady Green Archer, playing in her second WNBL finals. She is best known for her calm demeanor from the three-point distance. From Pamplona, Las Piñas City, wearing jersey number 7, the Snooper, Kate Castillo. A steady presence inside Batangas is the former Dallas Lady Green Archer, also playing in her second WNBL finals. She is a force to reckon with at the plate, as teams are seeing her as a storm ready to blaze. Wmpbl, Manila, wearing jersey number 10, Las Lone Storm, Snow in Miranda. She's looking for her second straight Wmpbl championship. From Cainta Rizal, wearing jersey number 13, your two-time most valuable player, Captain Coaching Batangas is a mixture in both regional and women's basketball. Another championship here in the Wmpbl will cement his legacy. Their head coach, Jono Rivera. Assistant coaches, Emmanuel and Vicky Garcia. Team owners are Mr. Eric Ocampo, Mr. Anthony Lewis, and Mr. Carlos Reyes. Ready to raise Barnes Wales, now Batangas, New Zealand, Bluefire. Teams, you may now meet the center boat for the traditional sportsmanship handshake.
Saan camera namin? Dito?
You just witnessed the call-outs from both squads, both protagonists dito sa ating Wmpbl Season 2 Finals. The Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries and the Akari Sparks Rizal. A rematch of last year's championship from 6 teams, 6 hopefuls at the start of this season. We are down to our final 2. But of course, only one squad can claim the top of the mountain dito sa ating torneo. Imagine, just a few months ago, we were starting our second year of our campaign, and now we are in the home stretch. The third season already in hindsight, pero tatapusin muna natin ito ating pangalawang taon. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, mga kaliga. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Miss Susan Ali. Sue, we are down to our final 2 teams, and this is sure to be another blockbuster series. This is going to be a best-of-3 affair between Batangas and Rizal.
That's right. I'm so excited. Good evening, everyone. We hope to have you here. We're full pack tayo dito ngayon sa Hoops Haven in Pasay City. So we hope to see you here. Habol tayo. Magsa-start pa lang yung game. Join us in celebrating women's basketball.
Yeah, both teams, they finished 1 and 2 respectively in the team standings, and then in the semifinals, swept both of their opponents. Pero itong Batangas, they had to escape Binyan for one final point doon sa kanilang second game. But both of these teams, they swept both of their opponents, as I mentioned. Pero nung elimination round, 2 beses rin naman sila nagkatunggali. But it was contrasting results ang nangyari sa kanila. Tingnan natin ang nangyari dito sa playoffs, where I already mentioned, no, both teams, they swept both of their opponents. Akari taking care of Quezon City, and Batangas taking care of the Binyan Takjel Angels on the way to this best-of-3 finals affair. Tapos Sue, in the elimination round, you know, we talked about how these two teams, they have already finished 1 and 2 in the team standings. Pero itong comparative stats natin, nakikita natin yung mga numero nila. Medyo magkaiba in terms of the points, but all the other stats halos pareho lang.
That's right, no? And napag-usapan nga natin yung harapan nila nung elimination. First round, it was the New Zealand who was able to win the game. And nung second round naman, it was the Akari. Now, on your screens, kita naman natin almost the same. This team are really a match-up to watch out. A match-up to watch for in this league. As we can see, nung first round, hindi pa ganun kabuo yung Akari because nung second round, nagulat tayo sa mga pangyayari that some players are being traded. And nakita natin kung ano yung naging tulong ng mga players na to sa Akari that they were able to beat the defending champion. But ngayon, sa ating finals game 1, it's gonna be the first time na maghaharap sila na more complete ang bawat isa. New Zealand has their addition from Pringo Fabroada and of course Akari nga na as I mentioned yung mga na-trade mula nung first round going to the second elimination round.
Yeah, Janine Ponteos and Janine Ponteos has
Adi
been
Adlawan
as
yes.
well. They have been a big help for Akari.
right.
At sabi nga ni Ali Lim, she was quoted in an interview saying that these two players, they filled the need yung kulang nila last
That's right.
season, especially nung nagharap sila in the championship, and we saw our player matchup. It was Afril Bernardino and Ali Lim. You know what's interesting between these two players who is si Ali, she dominated the UAAP during her time, and when she left,
well as-
it was Afril who started dominating the UAAP.
That's
So it
right.
was FEU and then NU.
That's right. And then when we are talking to Afril naman, no, she always say that Aliana is one of her mentors. So alam mo yon yung match-up na yon na parang she's one of the ate na inaidolo ko and now she's like my biggest opponent in
Yes.
the league.
And that's why this matchup, individually and as a team, so interesting to watch. This is definitely going to be a blockbuster. And to hear more details, let's bring in the third member of our broadcast panel. Let's meet Miss Flo Del Agua at courtside. Go ahead, Flo.
Maraming salamat, Javi and Sue. Glad to be working with you guys in this incredible energy inside Hoops Haven in Pasay City. Nabanggit nyo nga si Ali Lim na she was a star in the UAAP, and true enough, kanina habang nagko-call out during the opening of our championship, si Manong Derek Pumare ng kanilang head coach, isinantabi itong si Ali Lim, Riza Palmeradi at Janine Pontejos, at kumbaga parang kinakausap sila, giving them more specific instructions kung paano ba i-execute ang kanilang game plan. Pero on the other side, para sa Batangas, New Zealand Bluefire, merong panibagong character na nag-emerge, and that is Dre Tonko. Sabi niya nga sa akin kanina, she is feeding off of her dagger 3 papunta dito sa kanyang kumpiyansa sa ating championship. At sa ilang sandali lang po, matutunghayan natin kung sino nga ba po ang makakakuha ng unang panalo dito sa ating best of 3 finals. Welcome once again at mabuhay basketball fans. This is the finals of the Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Alamin po natin kung sino ang starting fives para sa ating venue announcer in a while. Pero Javi and Sue, I think you have some thoughts still. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Flo. Yes, you heard the thoughts of both coaches coming into this game. So what do you have to say about that?
Gusto kong i-emphasize yung dagger, 3-point dagger ni Andrea Tonko last game. You know, Andrea Tonko is really the big piece that missing sa New Zealand Bluefire nung kanilang last game against Binyan. It was her all along. Nung start pa lang ng game, nakita na natin yung puso. You know, one of the veterans from a champion team nung college rather. Alam natin kung ano yung winning mentality na maiaambag niya sa koponan ni Coach Cholo Villanueva. On the other hand naman, I would agree with Coach Manong Derek Pumare na yung tatlong veterano niya, Aliana, Coach Rai, and Pontejos, this tree is the heart of Akari. You know, this team will not win without that three working together.
So it's gonna be the young guns relatively
Yeah.
against the veterans, no,
Yeah.
in this matchup. But I'm sure both teams are really excited and very much ready to go at it. Starters in just a bit, but for now, we're gonna take a break. Magbabalik ang Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Finals. And we are back here in the WMPBL Finals. This is Game 1. We are live from Hoops Haven in Pasay City. Once again, this is Javi Palanya joined by Miss Sue Ali. And the smoke has just cleared literally here in the venue as we are about to begin things. We're about to introduce our starters in just a bit, but before that, we will be talking about a few personalities still involved in today's game, in today's series. This is a best of 3 affair, by the way. Pero bago yan, pag-usapan rin natin yung nangyari kanina, ang battle for third place between Quezon City and the Binyanta Takjel Angels, which the Angels won. They dominated Quezon City, especially in the second half, not really giving Quezon City any sort of chance to get back into that game, Sue.
And of course, congratulations sa ating best player of the game, my former teammate and Angel Kinko from Butuan City. So very proud ang kanyang family na nanonood and ang kanyang girlfriend na talaga namang very supportive. And gusto ko lang i-share, no, kung sa labas maulap kasi parang mukhang uulan, kami rin po dito sa loob.
In
parang
and out of the
pinasok
court.
din po kami ng ulap dito sa loob.
Just like what I mentioned earlier, no, we will be talking about a few personalities involved in today's game. Pringle Fabruada for Batangas and Andrea Tonko. These two former Lady Bulldogs who have been providing the spark for Coach Cholo Villanueva's team, especially here in the playoffs.
Partida have, Pring Fabruada came in lang nung parang mga last 2 games or last game na ng second round of elimination sa New Zealand. Pero nakita naman natin kung gaano kaganda pa rin yung pinakita niyang performance and napakagandang addition niya para sa team na ito.
Andrea Tonko also was really big, especially in Game 2 of that semifinal where she hit the game winner para sa Batangas. She was averaging only 3 points during the eliminations, but averaged double figures during the semifinals.
And not just on offense, nakita natin nung Game 2 talaga namang even on defense, she did 200% of herself on that game.
Then she really was able to make a very significant impact for this Batangas squad. Tawid naman tayo sa kabila, Janine Pontejos and Mar Prado. They too have been unleashed. These armed forces ladies have been unleashed here in the semifinals for Manong Derek Pumarin.
That's right. No? Janine Pontejos is just like that kind of player. Nakita natin siya from last year kung paano siya maglaro, sa Gilas. Ganun talaga. And when she was traded to the Akari, doon talaga lumabas yung kayang gawin nung Janine Pontejos. As well as Mar Prado, no, she's our #1 draft pick for a reason. And of course, even if pagod na siya sa basketball, talaga namang pati sa handball, grabe na to. Grabe yung Mar Prado, grabe yung pinapakita niyang athleticism sa game na to and yung yung adjustment. Kasi nakita natin from college, yung pwesto kasi ni Mar Prado is naglalaro sa 4 and 5. And now, Manong Derek is stretching her to 2-3, 2-3-4. So, nakita natin and she was able to, still play the way she is even if nung iba pa yung pwesto niya nung college.
Well, Sue, we hope to see that and so much more in this series. Wag na natin patagalin pa, mga kaliga. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go to our venue announcer for the starters between Batangas and Rizal.
Second season of the women's part of the Pilipinas Basketball League. Regular season. It's Akari versus Rizal against Batangas New Bluefire. Let's read the starters. First, for the Akari Sports Rizal.
Iba talaga yung laro niya nung game.
From Central Escolar University, number 21, Steph Ventura. Point guard from the far Eastern University, number 0, Westbrook Shamaya Amateo. Small forward from Adamson University. at center from Far Eastern University, number 17, the amazing Ali Lim. Coaching the Akari Sparks Rizal is Madam Derek Pumalan. Assistant coaches Robert Rotenson, Roy Villanes, Michael Amar, Jan Manicalan, and Ali Lim. Team manager is Mozzie Ravena. Team owners are Cara 2, Jane 2, and Christopher you. And now it's time to meet the stars for the reigning and defending WMPBL champions, the Batangas, New Zealand Bluefire. Center from the University of Santo Tomas, number 24, Rosal Jamisho. Small forward from National University, number 15, Wmpbl Fabrana. Point guard from National University, number 18, Andrea Tampo. Two guard from De La Salle University, number 7, La Sniper, Kay Castillo. And a power forward from National University, number 13, our two-time WMPBL MVP, Captain Do-It-All, April Bernardino. Coach Batangas New Zealand Bluefire is Cholo Villanova. Assistant coaches Lily Nova and Nikki Garcia. Team manager is Joe Garcia. Team owners are Eric Ocampo, Antonio Reyes, and Carlos Reyes. The referees for this matchup, Crew Chief Harry Santos, first umpire Irish Senon, and second umpire Roland Torres. This game is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
Let's meet our primary protagonists for Game 1 of the WMPBL Season 2 Finals. Andrea Tonko starting at point guard, joined by Kate Castillo. Rosel Dionisio is the man in the middle, Pringle Fabruada, and April Bernardino, the reigning MVP. Rounding out the starters for Coach Cholo Villanueva. Para naman kay Manong Derek Pumaren, it's Shemaya Abatayo, Riza Palmeradi, Ali Lim, Mark Prado, and Steph Ventura.
Ganda naman ang graphics natin for our finals game 1.
Well, this is sure to be blockbuster, kaya naman pati graphics natin nag-improve na rin. First possession goes to the Akari Sparks. Magandang gabi muli sa inyong lahat, to everybody watching on the WMPBL YouTube channel. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Miss Sue Ali. Miss Flo Del Agua is at courtside. Live na live po tayo mula sa Hoops Haven in Pasay City. Both teams coming up empty on their first possessions. Here come the Sparks, the number 1 overall draft pick of this year's draft, Mark Prado, opening up the scoring in this game for the Sparks.
And you can see how she celebrated that score, na just like a championship game, and you know, it says it all.
Bernardino missing, but look who's there to save the day. Pringle Fabruada, who we already talked about during pregame, so was also a big help para sa kanila. She came in late, but ramdam na agad yung kanyang impact sa kanilang team.
Ika nga nila, di ba? Better late than never.
4-2 start for Batangas as Andrea Tonko finishes on the break for the Valkyries.
Another player na talaga namang sobrang ganda ng nilaro nung kanilang semifinals game 2.
Aliana Lim missing on her first shot. You know, Ali Lim has been somewhat of a trailblazer as well for women's basketball players here in the Philippines. One of the first, if not the first player who played overseas.
That's right. No, our very first import, Coach Aliana Lim. Talaga namang, alam mo, nung second round nung game nila against the New Zealand, it was Aliana Lim who really dominated the game and really made Akari won that game. Talagang it was all her. The hustle, the heart, yung pinakita niya sa game na yun.
Well, if you just tuned in and if you have just followed WMPBL recently, as we see Riza Palmeradi hit her first 2 points of the game to tie things up. both teams split their elimination round matchups. At alam mo, so ang interesting, 16 points ang parehong panalo ng parehong kupunan
That's
doon sa kanilang
right.
elimination round games.
That's right. Yun yung, kaya nga di ba sabi natin kanina, this is like the best team to match each other. Na talagang sila yung sobrang match up.
Offensive foul called on Wmpbl that results in a turnover for Batangas. First round, Akari won 74-58, and the second round matchup, which was in April, 72-56. Halos di magkalayo yung score, pero 16 points yung margin of victory sa parehong laro.
That's right. And ang dami ding pagbabago nun sa both teams, no? New addition for both of them. For Akari, nung second round, again, na-mention natin kanina, they already have Janine Ponteos and Adi Adlawan from the Caloocan Lady Kaangkalu. And for the New Zealand naman, wala pang Pringle nun nung panahong natalo nila yung New Zealand. So again, a lot of difference can happen in this game.
Shemaya Abatayo knocking down that runner. We have something at courtside from Miss Flo Del Agua. Go ahead, Flo.
Thank you, Javi. While her teammate makes the free throws here, let's talk about what you have been mentioning since the first quarter. And at the top of the coverage, Wmpbl, you were commending her despite her late arrival here in Batangas. Para po sa mga hindi nakakaalam, Pring had to undergo a 5-month basic military training kung saan sabi niya, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, sinubukan akong masira pero nalabanan ko. Dahil dito, pagbalik niya sa Batangas, medyo nangapapa daw siya system-wise after months of not touching a basketball, pero yung kanyang pag-iisip, especially in terms of not allowing anything to bring her down, iyon yung mas naging consistent. Javi and Sue.
Maraming salamat, Flo. You know, Coach Cholo Villanueva, marunong bumasa ng players yan. Sa tagal niya nang nagko-coach sa women's basketball dito sa Pilipinas. I'm sure, Sue, you also know that, being his former player. Alam niya kung makaka-adjust yung player agad, and bringing in Wmpbl that late in the season, you know, that just explains how much Coach Cholo Villanueva trusts Pring.
That's right. I would love to parang reiterate that Coach Cholo is one of the coaches who really knows his players, who really, you know, kaya niya, alam niya kung anong kayang gawin ng players, kaya niya kung hanggang saan yung kaya ng player. And take note, nung game na pinasok si Pring, I believe it was like the night before or 2 nights before, nakakalabas lang nga niya from the training. And then game na, nung parang a day or 2 after, no training with Pring, pero pinasok niya sa game. So, nakita natin kung gaano kalaki yung tiwala ni Coach Cholo kay Pring Wmpbl.
She misses from the baseline, but you know that basic military training, hindi yan biro physically, and I mentioned na nga ni Flo, diba? Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally,
intellectually.
diba? And to be going into a season late in the campaign, going into the playoffs, no? You imagine
Still performing.
the pressure
diba?
na handle niya agad. She was able to deal with it, and yes, performing right away, as you mentioned.
That's right.
6-all here. Almost 4 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. May karambola sa ilalim, Ali Lim. And I think this is Snow Peñaranda. No, Wmpbl getting tangled up. I'm sorry, wala pa pala si Snow
Oo
dito sa
nga.
loob ng laro.
Which is a big thing, no?
Were you surprised that the
Oo.
snowstorm did not start this game for Coach Cholo Villanueva?
I am actually. Ito yung gusto natin sa women's basketball. It always changes. You know, walang constant.
The lefty Andrea Tonko, her game hasn't been as constant as Coach Cholo would have wanted it this whole season. Pero itong playoffs talaga nga naman nakita mo yung leadership and the big shot making by Andrea Tonko coming in handy for the Valkyries. She swings the ball to Kate Castillo, the sniper, knocking it down from beyond the line.
I missed that, Javi. It's been a while since nung huli kong narinig na pumukol ng 3-point si Kate. She'd had bad games nung mga past few games due to an injury sa kanyang kamay, but now pinapakita niya na kaya na ulit niyang shoot ng 3 points.
Her first shot of the game, especially from the outside. That is specialty of the house. Ni Kate Castillo, also one half of the Splash Sisters para sa Batangas. This is the Aristocrat Restaurant assist of the quarter. Andrea Tonko finding the sniper, Kate Castillo. The Aristocrat Restaurant serving legacy. Castillo going for another one. Couldn't go back to back. The cleanup. Jonicio getting the 2 points underneath for the Valkyries.
Cel Janicio filling up the spot of Snow Peñaranda. As we can see, she's really able to do it.
Mintis galing sa labas. Ali Lim tried to go for the offensive rebound, but apparently she was pushed. And it's gonna go against Cel Janicio. She is definitely a handful underneath, talking about Ali Lim. You know, at 37 years old, still very much a very tough matchup for anyone she goes up against. Ito si Aliana Lim.
That's right. Lahat matatakot kay Aliana Lim. She could shoot outside, she could drive, she could box you out just like a 27-year-old girl.
Oh yeah, she is the complete package. 3-time UAAP champion, 2-time MVP in the UAAP. Played in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and in Nepal. 11-10 is the count. Batangas only ahead by a point. Tonko trying to extend that. Mintis galing sa labas. Castillo, she knocks down her second trifecta.
With Coach Riza Palmera guarding her.
14-10. Prado spins, blocked by April Bernardino, but Wmpbl is there for the putback.
That was a great attention for Camille Wmpbl. She was able to really get that ball fast.
Well, this troika of former, no, actually not troika. The quartet of former FEU Lady Tamaraos has been a big help. And there is the concurrent FEU Tamaraos head coach in the UAAP, Riza Palmera D, knocking it down from distance.
Oo nga, it was only Mar Prado who's not from FEU dito sa lineup ng Akari, from old to new.
Oo nga, imagine no, si Shemaya playing with her former head coach.
Kaya nga. She's like one of the youngest in this court, and she's been able to sustain the energy and to sustain the New Zealand Bluefire.
This was the last play. Prado denied access by April Bernardino. Sorry, 2 plays ago when Camille Wmpbl was able to get that putback. This was the previous play. Riza Palmera D knocking it down. That's a warm-up shot for the Lady Tamaraos head coach. 15-14. Sparks ahead, pero may offensive foul laban sa Akari.
Parang sinagot lang doon ni Coach Riza yung tira ni Kate Castillo sa harap niya.
Well, yung dalawang yan, hindi rin strangers sa isa't isa. They have seen each other in numerous battles as well throughout the years.
That's right.
And played with each other also on the national team, if I'm not mistaken. This is a collection really the best in women's basketball.
I agree.
Alam mo nung call-outs pa lang, Sue, talagang I was already feeling the hairs on my skin go up. Nakaka-goosebumps na rin talaga ako just hearing, you know,
the names
of these players. It's such an honor. I'm so grateful to be able to call game 1 of the finals. Talagang dikit pa rin ang laban natin dito with 3 minutes and 10 remaining as Bernardino gets Batangas back in the lead.
Now we're seeing Snow Peñaranda, Abby Manzanares inside, and for Akari, Jen Angeles and Janine Pontejos.
Wmpbl left that one short but gets it back. Almost got the 3-point play opportunity. Instead, she will take 2 free throws.
Both are really working so hard to get the basket. No? Alam mo talagang, mafe-feel mo talaga na it's a championship game.
Both teams are crashing the glass. Both teams are really going for those 50-50 balls. So walang gusto magpatalo.
Tsaka, di ba minsan parang yung iba takot tumira, ayaw tumira kasi, tatakot hindi ma-shoot. Dito talagang wala. Lahat sila. Go for the ball, go for the basket, rebounding the ball. I see again, this is the matchup. The matchup.
The best of the best, as we mentioned. Camille Wmpbl on the line, a very serviceable big man para kay Manong Derek Pumarin, and also for all the other teams she has played for throughout her basketball career.
That's right. I would agree, no? Alam mo, parang elementary pa lang ata ako or high school. Napapanood ko na si Camille sa FEU, sa UAAP, and she was one of the players na talagang gusto ko nung magiging college ako. Kasi she's very ideal. She
Yes.
could shoot outside. She's very tall. She could, move under. So, kudos to Camille Wmpbl.
Talagang simple lang siya maglaro, no? No
yun
frills.
talaga. Pagharap niya, alam niya na kung anong gagawin niya.
Raisa Palmeradi scoring inside for the Sparks. 19-16. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first. Ponteos putting on the pressure on MG Galang. Ball is loose. It is picked up by the Sparks. Wmpbl almost walked. Angeles launches from the outside, pero masyadong malakas.
Again, if you want to beat Akari, you need to stop one of the three hearts of the team, and one of them is Coach Raisa Palmera. And it's gonna be hard if you're just gonna let her make those shots.
Abby Manzanares called for the offensive foul. That's another turnover for Batangas. Here's what happened here. Manzanares trying to post up. Ito si Janine Pontejos on the block, extending that offhand. Angeles pinapahirapan ni Galang. Jen needs someone to pass to. Almeradi on the left side gets by the initial defender. Bernardino rotates over to help. There was a foul before the shot. Pero dahil penalty na dito ang Batangas, 2 free throws pa rin ang ibibigay para kay Raisa Palmeradi.
Again, Coach Raisa being the leader she is. She's the current head coach of the FEU Lady Tamaraws, and they are all present here in our venue supporting their coach.
Kompleto no? Sabi ko, sino itong parang isang buong barangay na
haba
dumating
nung bench natin na puro mga player.
And if there's anybody who wins an award for excellent time management in her life, Raisa Palmeradi may be someone you could consider.
That's right, no? Baka sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, Coach Raisa Palmera already has 3 daughters.
Yes.
3. Ulitin natin, 3.
3 daughters.
But she's playing like a teenager.
And one interesting thing that I found out about Raisa, her return to the national team was almost just 8 months after she gave birth to her second child.
Wow.
Imagine that!
What a woman you are.
Dahil diba, after
Coach
college,
Rai.
she took a leave, she got married, had kids. And then, yung pagbalik niya sa national team in 2015, 8 months
8 months?
after the birth of her second daughter. That's crazy. Jump ball situation here, which points in favor of the Akari Sparks, who continue to hold the advantage here. They lead by 5, 21-16, under a minute to play dito sa ating unang yugto. We are back here inside Hoops Haven in Pasay City. Of course, everybody wanting to catch a taste of this very exciting matchup between the first and second seeds. Aliana Lim tosses it up with one hand, was caught from behind, but no whistle was blown. Manzanares gets it to Peñaranda. One fake, leans in. The shot goes in, but it will not count. Offensive foul. Laban kay Snow Peñaranda.
It was the back-to-back turnover there for Snow Peñaranda, and she's not yet getting her rhythm in this game.
Snow has started most of the games for Coach Cholo this season, maybe still adjusting to coming
Yeah.
off the bench.
Yes, there are players nga na gano'n na parang pag hindi sila nag-start, medyo nanlalamig pa, medyo hindi pa makuha agad yung rhythm nila.
Queenie Aquino has checked into the game for the Valkyries. Pontejos gets it at the left corner. Captain clutch. Janine Pontejos dialing it down from the outside.
A good recognition from Steph Ventura. It was a long pass, but she was still able to assist that to Coach Janine Pontejos.
Little dipsy-do by MG Galang will not work. 24-16. Shot clock is off. Last shot time here perhaps for the Sparks. Angeles to Ventura. Push shot, gets the bounce. 2 seconds left. The Valkyries not going for a final attempt. That's gonna do it for our first 10 minutes of action. What a swashbuckling first quarter between these two squads. This is our Hotel Sogo. So clean, so good play of the quarter. 3-point shot connected there by Janine Pontejos. What an opening quarter between these two teams, but Akari ending up on top, Sue.
Coach Riza Palmeradi with 9 points. Aliana Lim with 4 and 3 points from Janine Pontejos. I told you that 3-player could win this game for Akari, and that's what they're showing.
That's why Akari up by 10 points at the end of one, 26-16. Magbabalik ang Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Babalik ang Wmpbl Finals dito sa Hoops Haven in Pasay City. We are filled to the brim here sa ating venue for Game 1 of the championship between the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries and the Akari Sparks Rizal. Magandang gabi muli sa inyong lahat. Happy Palanya, Sue Ali, Ms. Flo Del Agua, your panel for tonight's Game 1 between the number 1 and number 2 seeds of Season 2 of the Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. So after that first quarter, what do you think Batangas needs to improve on here in the second?
You know, hindi na-maintain nung second 5 ni Coach Cholo yung intensity na binigay nung first 5 niya. Kanina we saw that nung first 5, dikit pa eh. Hindi naman lumalayo yung Akari. Lalamang sila ng isa, lalamang yung Akari ng isa. And the story goes like that. Pero nung napalitan na pa isa-isa yung first 5 ni Coach Cholo, doon na medyo nag-struggle on defense, nag-struggle sa rotation, sa fouls. Nakita naman natin na medyo maraming mga tinawag din na fouls nung ating second half of the first quarter. So I think that's the adjustment they need to do. They need to maintain, they need to sustain rather yung intensity na ginawa nung first 5 going to this game. Kasi as of now, nakikita natin it's still the second 5 that ang nasa loob. And knowing Coach Cholo, hindi niya talaga yan papalitan. Gusto niya sa mga players na bahala kayong umalis kung saan nyo nilagay na sitwasyon ngayon. So kung nilagay nyo yung sitwasyon na ganyan kalaki yung kalamangan, kayo din ang maglabas sa sitwasyon na yan.
Excellent observations there, Sue, and I'm pretty sure that you're very credible to say that, being a former player of Coach Cholo Villanueva. We have a coach's challenge here. I think it's Manong Derek who called this challenge. A shot from the outside was missed by the Sparks. And then I think they were contesting this out-of-bounds call. Or just 30 seconds into the second quarter.
May challenge na agad.
Yes. Ito ulit yun. This was the play in question. Oh. I think it's pretty obvious from the replay, Sue, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually, but it looks like Steph eh.
Yes.
Pero tinuturo niya kasi si Queenie. So, maybe...
Well, nag-oblige nga naman si Manong Derek with the challenge.
Oo.
But also to add to your observations from the first quarter, Suno, one thing that I observed personally was the absence of the production of Afril Bernardino.
That's right. Of course, alam mo, of course, knowing Coach Derek Pumarin, for sure, ang isa-stop niya dito sa NZ ay si Afril. Because kung meron siyang 3 puso sa Akari, si NZ naman, si Batangas, na kay Afril yun eh. Si Afril yung key player na kailangan mong ma-stop para matalo mo yung New Zealand. And so far, Afril only has 4 points in the game. Well, maaga pa naman, pero still, the moment na ma-stop mo si Afril, mas magiging madali yung trabaho mo na talunin sila.
Well, looks like our officials ruled in favor of the Sparks, but they failed to capitalize on that last possession. Siyam ang inahabol dito ng Valkyries. Galang on the right side. He takes the shot and makes it. Big basket for MG Galang.
A big basket for the New Zealand as they were trailing 10 a while ago.
Steph Ventura called for that traveling violation as she was pressured heavily on that sideline. The defense of Batangas coming up with that stop.
And knowing Coach Cholo, no, this is his way of bouncing back, you know, doing good on defense and then making scores on the other side.
This is a team that plays almost the same way.
Actually, with the same system,
yes.
almost the same system.
Dahil si Coach Cholo, ang sistema niya, nakuha niya rin
Pumarin
sa mga
din.
pumarits. There's players on the floor and the ball going up loose. At a whistle blown by our referees. There's a foul against Akari. Ali Lim coming into the game after a brief stint on the bench. Steph Ventura upo muna para kay Manong Derek Pumarin. 26-20. Baseline throw in here for the Valkyries. Peñaranda. Aquino could not hit.
Napansin mo yung Snow Peñaranda na hindi masyadong umaatake.
Pero ito, si Janine Pontejos patuloy pa rin ang kamada galing sa labas. Her second 3-point shot of the game for the former Caloocan Lady Kangaloo.
You know exactly what kind of a sharpshooter Janine Pontejos is. So if you want to prevent that threes from her, make sure do not give her any space.
She also is a current head coach in the collegiate division for the CEU Lady Scorpions.
That's right.
But during her time in college, siya naman ang star player ng CEU where she won the MVP 4 times in the WNCAA. Also dominated the NAASCU women's basketball division during her time. Sambile trying to score on the post against the Snow Peñaranda. At ito na, pabalik na ang starters ni Coach Cholo Villanueva. Afril Bernardino, Pringle Fambruada checking back into the game. Curious here that hindi niya talaga pinagsasabay si Snow tsaka si Afril, no?
Yeah, yan din yung napansin ko din na observation sa bagong technique ni Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Ponteos trying to go for a foul. No whistle blown. Good stop here for the Valkyries. Tonko misses with the right hand. Rebound taken by the Sparks. Pontejos gathers, scoops, could not score. Lim with the offensive rebound. Recycle here for the Sparks. Jen Angeles galing sa labas. Fabruada will secure the stop for Batangas. 3 minutes gone by here in the second. Lead is 9 for Rizal. Bernardino, can she get things going? Wmpbl had a hand up. Afril could not hit. Fabruada again there, crashing the offensive glass.
That's what you love with Pring Fabruada. Simple lang. Rebound ko, shoot ko lang agad. No fancy move, just a basic big man move.
Here's the miss by Bernardino, and just like Wmpbl for the Sparks, Fabruada is there to crash the offensive glass and put it back in for the Valkyries. Timeout on the floor, magbabalik ang WMPBL.
Babalik pa tayo dito sa finals ng WMPBL Season 2 at nung nagsisimula nga itong si Janine Puntejo sa Akari, para pa daw siyang nag-audition dito kay Manong Derek Pumaren. But after her performance in the playoffs, ngayon daw Janine feels that Manong is allowing her to move the way she wants to move. Sabi niya kasi sa akin, ramdam ni Janine na dinagdag talaga siya sa Akari for a specific purpose. Na napredict na ng Akari that they would need extra fuel during the playoffs, na pagdating ng finals, nag-gel na. Yung mga sunod-sunod na tres ni Janine kanina, it's coming from muscle memory. As she told me earlier, mas confident akong tumira sa labas kaysa sa perimeter. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Flo. Ikaw ba, Su, saan ka mas confident tumira?
Oh my God, ang hirap naman ang question na yan. Sa free throw.
Well, you know, Janine Puntejo, she really has shown us the stroke this entire season. Actually, not just this entire season, her whole career.
Oo naman. Oo naman. And sabi mo nga, di ba, Coach Janine is the coach of CA Lady Scorpions. Alam mo ba, na CEU is holding the back-to-back basta sila yung defending champion ng WNCAA for the longest time. So, grabe rin talaga yung performance ni Coach Janine as a player and as a coach.
It's just so incredible. It's so impressive to see these current head coaches still perform very well at a high level as players here in the pro level. Afril Bernardino gets the 2 points there. I hope that gets her going here in this game.
Oo nga, baka magising na yung kanyang katawang lupa.
Oh, Palmera D tried to get the better of her matchup against MG Galang. She had the height advantage.
MG Kalang is, yeah, sabi mo nga, MG Kalang is way shorter than Coach Riza Palmera.
This is our Hotel Sogo. So clean, so good, so good. Play of the quarter, courtesy of Afril Bernardino. 31-26. Lead was as high as 10 in this game for Akari. Bernardino, shot clock winding down. She throws it away. Abatayo leading the charge here for the Sparks. Palmera D back to her former player Abatayo to another former Lady Tamaraw. Wmpbl misses. Another crack at it for the Sparks, and Wmpbl showing us the stroke from the outside.
Grabe, pinag-uusapan lang natin kanina na yung Camille Wmpbl is a good shooter outside and a great shooter also inside. Grabe, pinakitaan agad tayo.
And the lead back up to 7. She's doing it all in this game for the Akari Sparks, talking about Camille Wmpbl, Sue.
And yes, because siya din ang bantay ni Afril Bernardino. Imagine, ikaw dinidepensahan mo sa kabila yung Afril Bernardino, and then sa court na to, on your court, kailangan mo pang umiscore. And she was very, successful. Kasi nga, Afril only has 6 points as early as half of the second quarter, and that's very unusual for an April Bernardino. Ibig sabihin, maganda yung pagkakadepensa sa kanya ni Camille Sambile.
Yeah, usually at this stage, we already see April nearing double figures or already in double figures. But Camille Sambile doing it all in this game against Captain Do It All.
Correction, 8 points na pala si
Ayun.
April as of this moment. Pero still, diba, knowing April as early as now, she would have scored a lot.
Castillo back in the game, goes up for a shot right away. Offensive rebound. Queenie Aquino getting it back in for the Valkyries. Palmera D, nanguna. Sinubukan kumuha ng knockout play at nakakuha naman siya ng foul doon laban sa Batangas.
And April won't let her just shoot easy on that possession.
Here's the miss from Castillo, but Aquino right there.
Right in the spot. Aquino also a former FEU Lady Tamaraws.
Yes,
there.
oo.
So, grabe ang production ng players ng FEU. Talaga namang so great.
Well, that just goes to show, how
The system.
great the program of the FEU Lady Tamaraws is, it continues to be.
That's right.
Yeah, I gotta give a lot of credit to their coaches in the past, Mike Oliver, Alan Albano, Bert Flores, and now Raiza Palmera D taking the lead for FEU in the women's division. That just goes to show you the continuation of excellence for Far Eastern University. At nakikita natin yan sa production nila ng maraming pro players dito sa WMPBL. 35-28, under 4 minutes to play here in the second. Aquino on top, she loses it. Palmera D, we've been talking about her a lot in this game, and why not? 2 points more for Coach Raiza Palmera D.
Hindi. Sabi ni Coach Rai, nope, you can't pigil me.
How konya naman?
You can't stop me.
Another stop here defensively for the Sparks. They trying to go on the run. Pontejos this time goes early. This is a perimeter shot para kay Janine Pontejos. She said earlier during Flo's report that she was not really used to knocking down shots from the perimeter, but here she is knocking 2 points inside the line in our Aristocrat assist of the quarter. Aristocrat serving legacy sits at 19-36. Magbabalik ang Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Active is the official basketball of the Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 2. Live na live po ang WMPBL Finals Game 1 mula sa Hoops Haven here in Pasay City. There is not an empty seat in the house. We are filled to the brim. At parating pa rin ang mga tao dito sa loob ng ating venue kahit na sobrang sikip na natin dito. Ganon ka excited ang mga tao makita itong matchup between the Akari Sparks Rizal and the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries. 39-28 off the timeout. Turnover para sa Valkyries. I'm sure hindi natutuwa si Coach Solo Villanueva dyan. Si Maya Abatayo gets the shooter's bounce.
Akari just playing very fluid, forcing turnovers and converting it on the other side. Very simple basketball for Akari.
13 na itong lamang ng Sparks, the biggest lead of the game para sa kanila. Castillo has struggled to shoot from the outside since that first three of the game. Aquino also could not hit. The woes from the field continue for Batangas. Ventura failing to finish on the break. Can the Valkyries finally get a basket? Pabruadas, he's been big for Coach Cholo in this game. Bernardino, siya naman ang nag-crash ng offensive glass on the way to the putback.
You know, the tag team of these two NU Lady Bulldogs is really giving, you know, somehow the spark for the New Zealand. Pero kulang kulang pa if dalawa lang silang gagalaw for the New Zealand.
Yeah, different personalities. Meanwhile, on the Spark side, stepping up. Such is this player, Raiza Palmeradi. She has come up big in this game. 16 points for Raiza Palmeradi here in the first half alone.
16 big points coming from the heart of Akari Sparks.
A breakaway. Meanwhile, Andrea Tonko, a much-needed basket for the side of Batangas.
Coach Rice has been a lot, no? If napansin natin, hindi na siya yung nagdadala ng bola. It was Shemaya now who's bringing down the ball, which gives more time and more rest period for Coach Riza to make those shots.
Something she is not unfamiliar with. Back in college, she
She's
was a
also-
scoring
yes.
machine. Talking about Raiza Palmeradi, she has been that kind of player for Manong Derek Pumarin in this game. The former UAAP MVP really balling out here in Game 1. After a nip-and-tuck affair to begin this game, the Akari Sparks Rizal have come on to establish this double-digit lead against the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire here in the first half. They lead by 12 right now. They led by as much as 13 points here in the second period. So what should it take for Coach Cholo's squad right now at this point with 1 minute and 13 remaining to finish strong?
Well, first they need to stop Coach Riza Palmeradi. It's been her the whole second quarter. You know, a little bit of Janine Ponteos, a little bit of, not so much of Aliana Lim, but more or most of Coach Riza Palmeradi. It was all her in this quarter, and siya yung reason kung bakit ganyan kalaki yung kalamang nila ngayong game na to. And for the New Zealand to try to, you know, stop it or bawasan yung kalamangan na yun, they need to stop her. They need to stop Coach Riza. She's been very, very effective in scoring and in giving good passes.
Sa ngayon may tangan ng bola. Floater is up. Short. Aliana Lim coming from nowhere to grab that offensive rebound, but no good on the putback attempt. Bernardino gets it to the corner. Castillo, wala galing sa labas. The shots just not falling for the Valkyries as much as they want to here in the first half. Especially shots from the outside. Kate Castillo, Avril Bernardino, Queenie Aquino unable to get the shots that they want to go in.
And masyadong mabilis yung possession sa New Zealand. Makikita natin, just one pass, tira agad. And ang problema, hindi naman nila nakukuha yung offensive rebound. Well, kanina, it was, sabi mo nga, nung nandun si Pring, nandun si Queenie, mas nakukuha nila, nakaka-convert sila ng mga offensive rebound. But now, in the, you know, latter part of the second quarter, medyo hindi na nila makuha yung mga offensive rebounds.
Sparks, look at this ball movement for Akari, resulting in the two-pointer for Ali Lim.
See, that's a basic play, you know? That's a basic movement in basketball. And still, they were executing it perfectly. Smoothly.
Bernardino gets it outside the floater. Kate Castillo continues to struggle in this game. Pontejos gets the loose ball. She launches from way downtown. Lim again, the offensive rebound, and this time she makes sure. Oh my goodness. What a dominant start here to the first half for the Akari Sparks Rizal. The Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries can't seem to have answers to this onslaught, Sue.
That's right. Both on offense and on defense, Akari is really doing so well that they were able to force turnover para dito sa New Zealand and convert it smoothly on the other side. Now again, they're just doing basic basketball movements and they were very successful in doing so.
Akari playing like a well-oiled machine en route to the 16-point advantage at the half. Magbabalik ang Game 1 ng WMPBL Finals.
We are back in here inside the Hoops Haven in the city of Pasay para po sa finals ng Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. At star-studded nga po at halos wala na pong mauupuan kung pupunta kayo dito. And one of the stars visiting us today is Tiffany Reyes, one of the members of Gilas Pilipinas 18 Under. Good evening, Tiffany, and thank you so much for being here. Na pagkwentuhan nga natin kanina, you told me that you actually have ates who are also Gilas members here. I'm so curious. Are they different when you guys are training in Gilas versus sa mga nakikita mong nilalaro nila kanina?
Oh, it's almost the same po, but I think right now since it's the championship game, they're competing a little bit more. So yeah.
At kitang-kita mo nga, Tiffany, no, parang yung level of intensity nila despite, you know, you guys are going against international players, pero dito sa WMPBL parang mas duble pa yung intensity. How is the experience of, you know, witnessing more veteran, more experienced players for somebody who's a young talent like you?
It's such a good experience watching them play. It's actually my first time like watching WMPBL, so it's like shocking experience. They're like really competing for the ball. A lot of people are diving. Tapos like, yeah, it's very physical too also.
Actually, it's really how we do it here in the WMPBL. I'm glad that you had a good experience. But quick shout out, Tiffany, to your supporters, probably your teammates who were watching the live. Go ahead.
Shout out to my parents. They're over there. Coach Hazel, Gwen, and Venice.
Once again, Tiffany Reyes, maraming salamat for joining us and enjoy the rest of the game. Javi Palanya and Sueli have their thoughts at the half. Go ahead, guys.
New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries 48-32 after the first two quarters, and so we saw a nip and tuck affair during the first 5 minutes or so of the first period, and then Akari, they just continued their excellent start despite their bench players coming in, and that wasn't the same for Batangas.
Sabi mo nga, no, continuous. And nakita natin, even coming from the long break of the second half of the, you know, the first half, they still do the same intensity. They give the same intensity and they, you know, give the same level of play na pinakita nila nung first half.
And they open up the third quarter with a three-point shot, now establishing the biggest lead of the game. And among the numbers at the half, so what stood out to you between these two teams?
You know, there's two. One is the assist, Javi. Akari had 12 assists in the first half. New Zealand only had 4. And that's not very Coach Cholo's kind of team. You know, 4 assists in the first half. Coach Cholo loves assists and she loves a team working as a team. But, you know, you can't have that if you're not giving, you know, great assist, if hindi umiikot yung bola. Sabi ko nga, napansin natin kanina, 1 possession, natatapos na kaagad. Masyadong mabilis yung ikot ng bola para sa New Zealand. For the Akari naman, they're just doing the right thing. They're doing the right basketball, creating open shots for their teammates. And another number that stood out for me is the free throws. 100% lang naman ang Akari sa free throws nung first half natin. That's 8 out of 8 compared to 3 out of 6 ni New Zealand. You know, kahit free throw lang yan, malaking bagay yan sa game. Lalo na if you're, you know, trailing this much para sa isang game.
And I'm sure Manong Derek Pumarin couldn't ask for more from his players after that spectacular first half from the Sparks. And they continue to show that here at the start of the third quarter. Shemaya Batayo, she has been big para sa kanilang kupunan to begin this period. Peñaranda out to Castillo. Finally, Kate Castillo gets another one from downtown.
You know, for the New Zealand to be able to work, that shot from Kate Castillo really needs to work. Kasi nakita mo yung bola dumadaan kay Afril, dumadaan kay Snow, pero nag-end up palagi kay Kate. And kapag hindi na na-shoot ni Kate yun, medyo nahihirapan na sila.
Yeah, the three-point shot, a very integral part of the offense ng parehong kupunan.
That's right.
56 to 38. Batangas needing a string of baskets. Peñaranda follows up her own miss.
Great defense coming from Aliana and Coach Riza, just standing up and putting their hands up.
That's just the first basket of the game para kay Snow Peñaranda after going scoreless in the first 2 quarters. April Bernardino all alone on the other side. That's a walk in the park para sa Batangas. A mini run right now for the Valkyries ensuing, and Manong Derek Pumarin doesn't want to be complacent here. Here's the steal. Aliana Lim couldn't get to the pass. April Bernardino finishing the job right there for the Valkyries. 7 minutes and 11 seconds still to play here in quarter number 3. Here are the halftime stats that we were talking about, Sue. And the 3-point shot, I want to highlight this. 4 out of 9 for Akari and 3 out of 12 for Batangas. Hindi naman halos nagkakalayo, but the percentage, that's with the difference.
Kasi ibig sabihin dun sa 12 na tinira ni New Zealand, unusual yung 3 lang yung pumapasok. Unusual na you're only at 25% on the 3 points area. But you know, again, because Akari is really giving a great defense. You know, they masyado nilang ginagandahan yung depensa nila sa mga key players ng New Zealand. April Bernardino, Kate Castillo, mahirap bumutas kapag ganon.
Our top scorers during the first half, Riza Palmeradi was leading the way para sa lahat ng mga players with 16 big points in the first half. Ponteos had 8, Sambile also with the same number on the other side. Bernardino finishing the first half strong with 10 points. And then Kate Castillo and Pringle Fabruada backing her up with 6 and 4 respectively.
On the brighter note naman, Javi, we can see wala sa leading scorer si Aliana Lim. So on sa side naman ng New Zealand, I feel like it was Aliana Lim that they wanted to stop because again, as we mentioned kanina, it was her that beat this New Zealand nung second round eliminations na tinalo nila yung New Zealand. It was all Aliana Lim.
She had 27 points in that game.
Oh wow. See, that was what I was saying.
Ali Lim, she can dominate the game whenever she wants to. Still very much in shape despite her age. Speaking of someone who's gotten into better shape this season, Snow Peñaranda has been one of them. Really lost a lot of weight and she's been more mobile. She's quicker right now on her feet. Kaya lang turnover yun yung last possession. But the Sparks throw it away and here comes Fabruada. Had that ball tapped. Abatayo thought she got all ball. But our referees thinking otherwise. That's why Pringle Fabruada will be awarded 2 charities right now.
Bring Fabruada really a big factor here in today's game. She's really, you know, stepping up dun sa mga points na hindi nabibigay ni Snow Peñaranda. It was her, it was Pring Fabruada who's, you know, stepping up for that shoe of Snow Peñaranda.
Siya yung magic hugot ngayon ni Coach Cholo, inserting her into the starting lineup. Let's go courtside to Miss Flo Del Agua who has a report on Coach Cholo Villanueva.
If you come inside the Batangas dugout at the half, ang kasalubong ay yung malaking 16 points as a reminder of Coach Cholo's dismay sa lamang ng kalaban earlier. In a very grim room, everyone focused on Coach Cholo as he said, do we really want this? Kasi halata na parang hindi nyo ganoon kagusto when in fact, it's a very winnable game. Yung small details in boxing out, pagbaba sa court, na halata daw ni Coach Cholo na kulang pa sa willingness. We have mentioned earlier how equal of a playing field this is for both teams. Kaya para kay Coach Cholo, they are both thirsty. But it matters more who wants to fight just for that drop of water. Javi and Sue.
Thank you so much, Flo. I like that. It really goes down to who wants it more. Who wants to fight for that last drop. Yan ang pinaka-importante. Dahil tama nga si Flo, we've been talking about how much equal this matchup has been, especially right now with the new additions, no, coming in to play para sa parehong kupunan. We're talking about Janine Ponteos, Adi Adlawan, and then Pringle Fabruado naman para sa side ng Batangas. Dito na talaga natin makikita kung ano na talaga ang maging impact ng mga bagong salta. And this is the real acid test, no, for this matchup between two of the best squads. Imagine having a rematch of last year's championship.
Gusto ko yung bagong salta. And kanina, gusto lang natin sabihin, gusto ko lang sabihin na napansin natin kanina na nag-full court press na ang New Zealand, Batangas. But on that possession kanina, medyo nahirapan sila to convert yung turnover because they were able to get a 8 seconds violation dito sa Akari, against Akari. But ngayon naman, it cost them a foul for Pring Fabruada.
But Fabruada was also able to get 2 points previously. She's now up to 9 para sa kanilang kupunan. Slowly but surely trying to chip away at this advantage of Akari, itong Batangas New Zealand Bluefire. 56-45 is the count. Approaching the halfway point of quarter number 3. Excellent ball movement once again for the Sparks. Abatayo to Prado.
Excellent, excellent. If meron pang word more than excellent, yun na yun. They're just moving it softly, you know, very, sabi mo nga kung si Pring ay slowly but surely, yung Akari naman is fast and surely.
It's just so good it leaves you speechless, no?
Oo, grabe. Kasi very basic, you know. Just cut, drive and cut, pass and cut. And nagagawa nila perfectly. Perfectly executed.
April Bernardino just scored also for Batangas, pero tunghayan muna natin itong Aristocrat assist of the quarter. The Aristocrat restaurant serving legacy since 1936.
Look at that play. Wala man lang nag-dribble. You just need to give good passes to your teammates.
And that's what these two coaches want from their players. And both really tough coaches, but they are tough for a reason on their players, and these two are winners on many levels just because of what they've accomplished and what they bring to the table. Manong Derek Pumarin and Coach Cholo Villanueva. Of course, Coach Cholo Villanueva searching for his second Wmpbl title, while Manong Derek is searching for his first title in women's basketball as a whole.
That's right. With a whole new team, half of the team from last year, and now a more complete team for Coach Manong Derek Pomare.
Camille Sambile has been plugging all the holes in this game for Akari.
Now, Camille Sambili naman is stepping up for the shoe of Aliana Leom. Nakita natin yung mga scores na wala kay Aliana, na kay Camille.
At di na yan bago sa mata natin, especially for those who have followed women's basketball throughout the years. Those two are winners on many levels. And even as teammates, especially as teammates actually, they have accomplished so much. Camille Sambile and Aliana Lim.
That's right, no? In college and then going to Discovery Perlas together, playing for the first national women's team. Discovery Perlas nung mga panahon na yon.
And even now, you know, despite the entry of younger players, we still see Sambile and Aliana Lim still head above shoulders over the competition. Snow Peñaranda getting her free throw to drop. 60-49, 11 ang abante ng Akari. Prado galing sa kanto. Pontejos gets the offensive board. Abatayo recalls the play. Shot clock down to 6. Aliana Lim with a runner. Couldn't get the roll. Prado and Sambile trying to get the offensive rebound, but the snowstorm ending up with it para sa Batangas. Under 4 to play here in the third. Bernardino calling out instructions. drives inside. Tonko, triple on the way, in and out. Bernardino keeps it alive for Batangas. Andrea searches for Peñaranda. A foul on the pass against Akari.
Now, an observation, nakita natin, if Snow is holding the ball, she's really trying to attack the basket, even if dalawa or tatlo yung kalaban niya. But if it's April Bernardino who's attacking, ganun din kasi yung ginagawa. Nagka-clog talaga sa kanya yung depensa. She is able to look for an extra pass. She's trying to look for someone, and kanina she saw Andrea Tonko na nasa corner. Kanina earlier, you saw na kick out pa na yung bola from under going to Kate Castillo. So that's like the thing that the New Zealand could do to adjust, to try to, you know, be back in this game. Well, they're not yet so blown out. Sampu lang to. Masyado pa tong mababa. But again, it could help if they could create more open shots for their teammates.
Oh, the crowd really getting into it right now, trying to egg on the defense, and it greatly helps as they come up with a steal. Tonko fakes the shot, drops it off. Peñaranda Dipsidu gets her own miss against two white shirts, kicks it out. Castillo in the lane, try to drop it off to Bernardino, stolen away by Wmpbl. Pontejos unable to handle the contact. She falls down, ball sails out of bounds. It will stay with the Sparks. Just 3 seconds after shot clock, Pontejos is down on the floor. She seems hurt, but she will be brought up quickly here by fellow teammate Aliana Lim and Mar Prado.
Alam mo ha, Avi, every possession na lang parang may natutumba talaga eh. Ganun po ka-intense ang ating finals game 1. Na talaga namang everyone's, you know, really that going hard, na nakikipagpalitan po talaga sila ng muka para lang makuha ang bola.
Yun nga rin yung naging observation ng isa sa mga guest natin na in-interview ni Flo during halftime. Tiffany Reyes of the Gilas 18 under women's team. She said na, you know, physical pala talaga yung laro dito, no?
That's right.
More than she's used to. Peñaranda continuing to miss from up close, but good thing Bernardino is there. Imagine, no? These two players magkalaban ng college, pero ngayon magkakampi ngayon sa Batangas. Imagine what a relief siguro that is para sa parehong player, no, na magkakampi sila.
That's right.
And they have been the 1-2 punch for Coach Solo Villanueva in this season. April Bernardino and Snow Peñaranda. It's April right now at the free throw line. 3-time SEA Games gold medalist, 3-time UAAP MVP, and 3-time UAAP champion. She also holds the record for the first ever WMPBL triple-double. Talking about April Bernardino, which was set last March 13, 2025. Batangas, they're getting the stops here, but the consistency of the shots, that has been the problem that Coach Cholo's team is trying to solve. Pero unti-unti na nila bababa itong Kalamangan. 8 na lang hinahabol nila dito.
That's right. Coming from 12 points nung ating second half. We started the third quarter na 12 ang lamang. Ngayon 8 na lang. But there's, you know, parang hirap na hirap talaga sila in every possession to make a score. That's for the New Zealand.
It was 16 at the half as we see Ali Lim.
16 rather.
And then naging 19 pa nga early in the third quarter after Abatayo hit that 3 to start the period.
You know, compared to Akari, nakita natin kung gaano naman kadali for Akari to make a shot, no? Compared to the New Zealand, parang kailangan talaga nila ng double, triple effort para lang makashoot.
Yeah, early in the season, it was Batangas who went on a really great run. Wala pang talo to start the season. But then, suddenly, you know, Akari came in and pinned their first loss on them.
That's right. And again, nakita natin na talagang naging maganda yung depensa ng Akari. Yun talaga yung nagbibigay sa kanila ng momentum in this game eh. It's the good defense they're providing sa key players, especially ng New Zealand.
At ito na nga yung sinasabi nilang peaking at the right time, no? They're coming into this final series with 9 straight wins, talking about the Akari Sparks.
But again, Wmpbl continues to fire for the New Zealand Bluefire.
11 puntos na sa laro na to for Wmpbl. She's really keeping this ship afloat para sa Batangas.
Right. Yes.
A minute and 37 remaining here in the third. We mentioned already earlier, no lead is safe here in this game. Oh, Wmpbl committing the personal to the frustration of Coach Cholo Villanueva on the sideline.
It was kind of late call for me, no? Parang hindi agad pumito yung referee eh. Nung medyo palabas na si Janine, tsaka lang pumito. Maybe that's why Coach Cholo's a little bit frustrated, but it's still a good run for the Akari Sparks.
Yeah, slowly but surely. That's her last foul to give, by the way. Akari already over the limit. The Sparks setting up their offense. Palmeradi against Kalang. Offensive foul against Raisa Palmeradi. She thought it was a flop, but MG Kalang providing the incredible pressure to force the turnover.
And Coach Liana Lim trying to tell her teammates to slow down. Okay lang yan.
That's something that they can afford at this point, being ahead by 8 points. Kalang from the outside couldn't go from defense to offense. Ponteos walks it up for the Sparks. Prado on the left side, guarded by Bernardino. Palmeradi again against Kalang. Look at MG Kalang really getting into the grill of Raisa Palmeradi.
It was a great effort from MG Kalang defending Raisa Palmeradi. And we haven't heard yet from Coach Raisa from the third quarters compared to what she has been doing nung second quarter.
Yeah, 16 points in the first 2 periods. Still scoreless here in the third. What about MG Kalang really providing the spark defensively? It's very rare to see Raisa Palmeradi get bothered defensively as we see Wmpbl. Siya naman patuloy ang kamada dito para sa Batangas. 6 na lang itong hinahabol nila. 29 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Palmeradi loses her headband. Ali Lim puts the ball on the deck. Sidestep, denied access by Afrel Bernardino. Batangas pushing. Kalang doesn't settle for the outside shot. MG Kalang with a deuce.
Great defense on the other end and a great transition offense on the other side. That's what the New Zealand is. And now they're showing what kind of team they are.
Momentum now slowly shifting back to the Valkyries as we take a look at the Hotel Sogo. So clean, so good play of the quarter. Wmpbl, she has been the steady force for Batangas in this game. Take a look at the highlights of quarter number 3. Strong start for Akari, but Batangas again slowly but surely chipping away at this lead, which is now to just 4 points.
And nakita natin na the New Zealand Bluefire is starting to, be energized of, ganun yun eh. Kailangan muna nilang makakuha ng mga turnover, ng magagandang turnover para makascore. That's what Coach Cholo is.
The defense fueling their offense, no? So they're only down by 4 points as we enter the 4th and final frame, 62-58. Magbabalik ang WMPBL Finals Game 1. The WMPBL Second Conference Cup coming this October 2026. Abangan nyo yan mga kaliga. So as we wind down the second season of the WMPBL, we have more in store for you. Also, this September naman, the WMPBL 3x3 tournament. Wow.
Just before we start the conference, meron tayong 3x3. So exciting. This is the first 3x3 in the WMPBL.
Talagang pausbong ng pausbong ang women's basketball dito sa bansa, and we only have to thank Boss Manny Pacquiao for really allowing the WMPBL to flourish and blossom. You're now in our second year as we begin the fourth quarter. Let's first turn you over to Ms. Flo Delagua.
Heavy present in the court today are the players of Riza Palmera D, the FEU girls basketball team. I asked their team captain earlier, Erica Lopez, and she shared, si Coach Riza po, she's the kind to focus on the small details. She always reminds us to do things the right way. And true enough, when I asked Palmera D earlier how this experience is for her, ika niya, para akong nasa practical test. Kasi gusto kong maging experience to sa players ko kung paano ako dapat mag-behave at mag-handle ng finals caliber games. So today isn't just a championship match for Riza Palmera D, and in the last few minutes of this game, it's the biggest opportunity to show a basketball coach in action. Javi and Sue.
Maraming salamat, Flo. Excellent report. Wow, yeah, that really is a wonderful idea, no? Imagine you playing in front of your players, having to handle that kind of pressure. I wonder what goes to her mind right now, no?
Well, parang kanina nung second quarter na sobrang ganda ng ginagawa ni Coach Raja, tinitignan lang niya yung mga player niya. Parang sinasabi niya, ganun dapat, ganito dapat, kung paano ako mag-shoot, kung paano ako dumipensa. So I think she's really a great example for these girls.
No doubt.
Yung 16 points in first half, Javi, it's not, hindi typical na player ang kayang gumawa nun.
You know, not just for her players, but, you know, for every women's basketball player here in the country. Imagine being a businessman, a mother
of three,
a coach, and a player as well. And a wife also to her husband.
Yes,
I forgot.
That's
Yeah.
right. The woman you are, Coach Riza.
62-58. A minute in to this final frame. This is game one of the finals between the Akari Sparks Rizal and the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries. MG Kalang committing the foul. She has provided the defensive spark, especially on Riza Palmera D here in the second half.
Never minding the disadvantage, the height disadvantage, she's still feisty to defend Coach Riza Palmera D.
Now she's defending Janine Pontejos. Pontejos attacking the defense. Turns around, jumper won't fall. Rebound taken by Pring Fabroada. Bernardino almost lost it, passed and cut. Afril gets it from Snow.
See, that's what's missing sa New Zealand nung first half. Wala masyadong ganoon yung magagandang assist, magagandang pasa. Mostly ang nangyayari sa kanila, isang pasa, tira, mintes. But now we are seeing the rhythm from them because again, they're giving good defense on the other side of the court.
The defense fueling this kind of offense to the delight of the Batangas faithful here inside Hoops Haven. Manong Derek Pamarin will burn one of his timeouts. Shimaya Batayo, Jen Angeles, and the Akari Sparks find themselves only up by 2 points right now after being up by as much as 19 in this game. Batangas going on a blistering run here, bridging the third and fourth quarters. Just a minute and 30 halos ang nakalipas dito sa ating huling yugto. Magandang gabi muli sa inyong lahat. Javi Palanya, joined by Miss Sue Ali and Miss Flo Del Agua. What a game one we have been witnessing from both of these teams. Earlier, Akari, as I mentioned, up by as much as 19 points. Pero yun na nga, no lead is safe against a team like Batangas. Especially, they are the defending champions.
Yes, and in a championship game, in a finals game, sabi nga, di ba, ni Coach Cholo, sino bang may mas gusto ng panalong to? So it just boils down sa game kung, you know, sino bang may mas gusto sa game na to, kung sinong may mas gustong manalo. And it just shows ngayon, we're 8 minutes remaining pa in the fourth quarter. And dito na, unti-unting, alam mo yun, slowly but surely, and that's like our phrase of the day, slowly but surely, tinatry ni New Zealand to get back there in the game.
And one player who has really helped Coach Cholo's team get back in this game, MG Kalang, once again providing the defensive pressure, almost forced another turnover, this time on Jen Angeles. But Coach Cholo's challenge was not successful. However, Akari will only have 6 under 24. Prado will inbound from the sideline. Stolen away by MG. Kalang to Peñaranda. Bernardino, Dipsy Do gets fouled in the air. Afril will take 2 shots.
She's fine. Looks like a bad landing, but she's fine.
Oh, she's one of the tougher nuts to crack here in the Wmpbl.
Nakita mo yun? Dalawa yung sumabay.
Look at the hang time. Look at the adjustment.
Masyado lang malalim for Afril, but nonetheless, she could make the free throw.
One of the more steadier shooters from the free throw line here in the Wmpbl. Talking about Afril Bernardino. 2-time Wmpbl MVP. The first was in the Invitational. The second, of course, during last year's season. On Sunday, we'll be witnessing the awarding as well as Game 2 of the series between Akari and Batangas. Abatayo on to Lim. Ali Lim, short off the back. Ball tapped out of bounds. It will stay with the Sparks.
You know, I'd like to commend Cel Janicios. She's been really stopping Aliana Lim. Kanina ko pa napapansin na hindi talaga makascore or nahihirapang makascore si Aliana sa kanya. She's really giving her a very good defense.
Ooh, Prado missing a gimme from up close. Oh, what a confident stroke from MG Kalang. Big shot to give the lead back to the Valkyries, 65-62.
Alam mo, kung hindi pumasok yon, lagot siya kay Coach Cholo kasi libre si Pring eh.
But Fabruada definitely making amends for that last possession. Now she gets the basket. This is now a 5-point lead for the Batangas and New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries. Defense once again fueling their offense on the way to this Aristocrat assist of the quarter. The Aristocrat restaurant serving legacy since 1936. Look at Coach Cholo Villanueva applauding the effort of his players. Timeout, Manang Derek Pumarin. Commissioner's Row right there on your screens. Of course, Commissioner Wmpbl, President John Calios leading the pack here inside Hoops Haven in Pasay City, our venue for this epic showdown between the Akari Sparks Rizal and the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries. This is game 1 of season 2 of the Wmpbl Finals.
We just want to reiterate that the biggest lead of Akari in this game is 19 points.
Yes, sir.
And now, they're trailing 5 points.
Batangas going on a hot run to begin this fourth quarter. This started actually during the end of the third frame. Let's see what the Sparks have to answer. Raisa Palmera D hasn't been herself here in the second half after scoring 16 points. An air ball on that last attempt. Bernardino attacks middle. Fabruada out to Jonicio. Shell leans in, couldn't get the roll on the shot. Peñaranda forces it up and gets hit on the shot. She will take 2.
Even if Snow Peñaranda was not in the right angle, she will make that shot and she will draw a foul.
These are 4 big guys on the floor for Coach Cholo Villanueva right now. Cel Junicio, Snow Peñaranda, Afril Bernardino, and Pringle Fabruada.
So, if you would notice, walang shooter.
Yes.
Sa makikita mo, no? Sa lineup na to, walang shooter. Everybody's a slasher. So, just give them space. Na ang problema kasi kahit sino sa kanila, kinaklog ni Akari. So, ang gagawin lang ng New Zealand, atake lang yan eh. Hahanap lang yan ng butas. Patirahin mo yan sa labas. You only have MG Kalang to, try to not give her space because kakapukol lang niya ng 3 points. Pero the rest, they'll just gonna dive.
And they will crash the offensive glass.
That's
Really
right.
trying to take advantage of that height that they have right now. Shemaya Batayo brings back a little bit of order to the Sparks. 69 to 64. How the tables have turned here in the fourth quarter. Kalang saves it to the wrong person. Here come the Sparks. Prado puts on the brakes. Out to Palmera D. Abatayo pulls it back. Still a lot of time on the shot clock here for Akari. Sambile hands it off. Abatayo for 3. That's long. Rebound pulled down by Snow Peñaranda.
Snow Peñaranda may not be effective on the scoring side, the scoring department, but she's been able to give us good rebounds.
Peñaranda already with 11 rebounds in this game. A stop for Rizal. Palmera D onto the right side. Prado, corner pocket shot. Why not, Mar Prado? 69 to 67. The answer right now for the Akari Sparks after the run for Batangas. Take a look at this Hotel Sogo. So clean, so good. So good play of the quarter. The ball movement for the Sparks resulting in this Mar Prado trifecta. Baba sa dalawa ang lamang ng Batangas. The Batangas New Zealand Bluefire, they are on fire right now in the fourth quarter. What a run they have made from the third period on the way to this final quarter, stealing the advantage away from Akari. But the Sparks answering back with a mini run of their own to cut the lead of Batangas down to just 2 points after leading by as much as 7.
You know, Mar Prado being just 9 points in the game so far, but that 9 is big, 9 big points. As we can remember, kaninang we started the game, it was her first basket for the Akari Sparks. And now, she's, you know, that score, yung mga binibigay niyang score naman yung nagpapabalik ng spark ng Akari.
7 points here in the second half para kay Mar Prado. 69-67. Joniso from the outside. Short. Prado picks up the rebound. As Sparks get it across to Palmera D. Kalahati na tayo dito sa ating huling yugto. Prado on top against Bernardino. Loses it for a bit. Recovers. Sambile gets the pass. And Camille Sambile will score.
Camille Sambile is unstoppable in this game. Both on offense and on defense.
12 points right now para kay Camille Sambile. 5 out of 8 from the field. Very efficient showing for the former Lady Tamarao. Tonko free for 3. Peñaranda with a rebound. Off the glass and in for the Snowstorm.
Finally, a putback that was made for Snow Peñaranda. Kanina pa yun.
Tabla ulit tayo dito. 71 all. Rise up Palmera D finally getting her first basket of the second half.
Another finally. Finally for Coach Rai, she was able to make a shot.
Ooh, it's getting really noisy here inside the venue. I can barely hear myself. Chants of defense on both sides. The crowd cheering on the respective teams. The action is intensifying. It is heating up. This is just game 1, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a best of 3 affair. And you can tell that both teams want to get a 1-0 lead early. Look at Mar Prado and Snow Peñaranda fighting for that loose ball.
Rallying rather in that ball.
Tonko free on the baseline. Misses up close. Sambile had to scramble for the loose leather. Abatayo in trouble. She needs to get it across. Ooh. A foul away from play. Kate Castillo holding down Palmera D on the right side.
And they will review that call if it's an unsportsmanlike or
That's what Manong Derek wants.
oh, no review. Just a foul for Kate Castillo.
71 all. Prado at the elbow. Aliana Lim, she's been silent here in the second half. Trying to get by Peñaranda. Aliana Lim gets the 2 points. 73-71. Crucial basket for the Sparks.
Aliana Lim is there when you need her.
3:15 to go in this game. Peñaranda wants it against Palmera D. Instead, they go to Tonko. Castillo gets it back. Kate Castillo misses. Fabruada puts it back for 2.
Again, Pringle Fabruada just doing basic rebounding and putting back.
73 all. Aliana Lim barging into the defense. No whistle blown, but the shot will be converted. Flex those muscles, Aliana Lim.
Flexing her way. Again, Aliana Lim, the leader that she is, showing up when she's needed.
75-73. We're feeling the excitement here in this game. Both teams really wanting every inch of it. Fabruada fouled on the shot. What an unstoppable force Pringle Fabruada has been inside the paint for Batangas in this game, Sue.
She is really, you know, she's really the fire that the Bluefire needed in this game. Kung last semis, game 2, it was Andrea Tonko who showed up. Now it's Pringle Fabruada.
Ali Lim and Pringle Fabruada exchanging baskets here. Past few possessions para sa kanilang mga kupunan. Fabruada now at the line. 18 points after that free throw.
18 points for Pringle Fabruada, who just played nito lang.
Yeah, imagine,
This
Sue.
is just like her, what, fourth game?
Yeah.
Fourth or maybe
Fourth or fifth.
fourth or fifth game.
2 for 2 for Pringle Fabruada. Now, free throws were also a problem for Batangas in the first half, but they are much improved here in the third and fourth periods. 75 all. Prado with the basketball. Shot clock winding down. It reads 5. Wmpbl, a little sidestep. Intended a pass to Mar Prado. Instead, she turns it over. And now we enter the final 2 minutes. Coach Derek Pumarin wanted a challenge, but he already used it earlier and it was unsuccessful. Kaya wala na siya magagamit dito. But because we are in the final 2 minutes of this game, we can review all out-of-bounds possessions.
That's what we are doing right now, reviewing. You know, in finals, in championship games, every possession talaga is very important. That's why yung mga simpleng out of bounds, sobrang importanteng malaman kung sino ang last touch.
Just to be clear, this is not a coach's challenge. It is because we are under the final 2 minutes, kaya rin-review ng ating mga referees to.
Looks like it was Mar Prado's last touch. Pero lumabo kasi yung screen. So, medyo hindi din natin ma-ensure. Oh, okay. I think I'm right. The ball remains to the New Zealand Batangas Bluefire.
Important possession right now coming up para sa Batangas. Tabla tayo dito. 75 all. I'm sure everybody is enjoying this matchup right now. Good evening to everybody watching on the Wmpbl YouTube channel. Bernardino in the middle. Tapped away by Palmera D. Ball is loose. Can she complete the steal? Prado does. Mar, pinapahirapan dito ni Fabruada. Palmera D on the left side. Pressure being put on here by Afril. Riza needs someone to pass to. Abatayo could not handle the pass. And referee Irish signaling same ball. Pero pwede nga natin i-review yan dahil nga under the final 2 minutes na tayo. It just continues to intensify here on both sides of the basketball. Both teams really putting up the required defensive pressure. Look at Andrea Tonko and Afril Bernardino really trying to get in the grill of their respective men. Coach Cholo thought it was last touch on Abatayo. But let's take a look at it again. Here was the handoff supposedly for Shimaya from Riza. Hard to tell, no, if Andrea Tonko got a hand on the ball.
Pero parang hindi niya nahawakan eh. Pero nakatalikod kasi, so hindi din namin...
Oh, this is going to be a tough call.
Oh, so it's gonna be New Zealand's ball.
They correct the initial decision. It will be Batangas basketball. A minute and 29 remaining.
We are all 75. Nangangamoy overtime, Javi.
Tingnan natin kung magdilang Angel Casu. Tonko, Castillo, Bernardino, Fabruada, as well as MG Calang, the 5 on the floor for Coach Cholo Villanueva. Tonko turns the corner. Castillo has it. Bernardino runs over to get it. Back to Kate. Castillo from the parking lot. Almost, but not quite. Ali Lim with the defensive board and Fabruada almost jumping over her. She will be called for that foul. Apat na yan laban kay Pring. That was the shot by Kate Castillo. It almost went in. That could have been a big shot for Batangas. Instead, Aliana Lim securing the stop for Akari. Only the third team foul for Batangas. Akari already in the penalty. Prado gets it across for the Sparks. Mar gets by Bernardino. Tries to finish with a right. A little bit too deep. It will stay with the Sparks. 14 on the shot clock. Baseline throw-in para dito sa mga nakaputi. Palmera Di Pontejos, Lim, Sambile, and Prado. The 5 for Manong Derek. Pontejos had Tonko bothering her for that pass.
Javi, bakit ako yung kinakabahan? Nakaupo lang naman ako dito.
Pansin ko nga, di ka na makasalita dyan
Oo
eh.
Di ko na alam anong gagawin ko dito.
Pontejos again being pressured by Andrea Tonko. Batangas really giving a lot to handle right now defensively for Akari. 7 to shoot right now for the Sparks. Prado will inbound from the sideline. Fabruada is in front of her. Again, 7 on the shot clock right now for the Sparks. 75 all. 54.4 seconds on the game clock. Sambile quickly back to Prado. And Mar will be fouled. She will take 2.
I would like to commend Camille Sambile for getting that ball and passing it to Mar Prado. Sobrang hirap maging libre sa ganitong depensa.
50.9 seconds. Take a look at this pretty play between Sambile and Prado that resulted in the whistle against Pringle Fabruada. That's going to be it for Pring. 5 fouls for Pringle Fabruada. Coach Solo Villanueva will bring back Kate Castillo into the game. The number 1 overall pick of this year's draft being tested at the line. Mintis ang kanyang unang free throw. Prado, she started this game with the first basket. Was empty since then in the first half, but she has come up big here in the last 2 periods for the Akari Sparks. She splits her charities 76 to 75. Bernardino through the legs, gets it to Jonicio. There was a whistle before the shot.
That's going to be 2 free throws for Afro Bernardino as both teams are now on penalty.
Second personal foul on Ali Lim. Bernardino with 20 points silently in this game. Halos di natin naramdaman because there were other personalities really stepping up para sa Batangas while Afril remained steady after a relatively silent first 2 periods.
And nakita natin na marami pa siyang minintes. Pero kaya parang feeling natin wala masyadong nasushoot yung Afril Bernardino. Pero aside from that, 20 points.
Perfect from the free throw line before that miss. 1 out of 2 para kay Afril Bernardino. 7 out of 8 from the charity stripe. 21 points. We're tied 76 apiece. There's a foul against Batangas. Oh my goodness. What a big call. Snow Peñaranda and Batangas obviously not liking that whistle. Here was the play. Sambile with a pressure release on the right side. Snow Peñaranda also coming out of this game with 5 fouls already. What a big development right now for Coach Cholo Villanueva. No more Pringle Fabruada. No more Snow Peñaranda for the Valkyries. Camille Sambile right now at the free throw line. Surprisingly missing that first shot badly.
Camille Sambile really a big factor in this game. She came in hot from defending to the offense to giving good passes. She really stepped up.
Wmpbl goes 1 out of 2, making it 77 to 76. 36.1 seconds remaining in this game. This is still an eternity of basketball to play between these two squads. Timeout muna dito ang Batangas New Zealand Bluefire. Nagbabalik ang Wmpbl Finals Game 1 here at Hoops Haven in Pasay City. Avi Palanya, Miss Sue Ali, and Miss Flo Delagua, your panel for tonight's game. What a matchup we've been seeing between two seasoned squads, a rematch of last year's championship. We are going down the wire here, Sue.
You know, ito na yung test of who wants it more. Ito na yon, yung last 36 seconds, it's like last 2 to 3 possessions of the ball game. 1 point lead, sobrang delikado. This is a very crucial possession for the New Zealand Batangas.
77 to 76. 14 to shoot for the Valkyries. Tonko inbounds to Bernardino. Afril gets free of the initial D. Castillo from the corner. Shot is good. That's a three-pointer for Kate Castillo. 79 to 77.
Kate Castillo, 3 out of 12 before that shot. Again, 3 out of 12 before that shot.
You know, these kinds of shooters, they have short-term memory. They don't care how much they miss. Castillo giving Batangas the lead once again. 25 seconds to play. Manong Derek not electing to call a timeout. Wmpbl finds herself wide open. The defense just breaking apart. We are tied once again. 79 all.
No one to guard Camille Wmpbl.
This was the play by Batangas. Bernardino making the pass to the corner, and Kate Castillo with the defense all over her, falling away to the corner, draining the three to give Batangas the lead. But here, just like the parting of the Red Sea, Camille Wmpbl attacking the no man's land with that layup, tying the game up 79 all. 20 seconds left here, Sue.
Partida, sa liwa pa yung layup
Yun
ni
na nga.
Camille Wmpbl, pero she doesn't mind.
As skilled a player as Camille is, she will get it on any foot, on any hand. That's how good she is. She has been so steady for Manong Derek sa laro na to. With Ali Lim struggling to start this game, she really carried the fight on both sides of the basketball and hitting a big shot right here to tie the game up.
Big shots over big shots. Big 3 points from Kate Castillo and a big layup from Camille Wmpbl, making a tie ball game for the last 20 seconds of our finals game 1. Again, this is your Wmpbl Season 2 Finals Game 1. We still have Game 2 on Sunday. But, you know, iba rin yung dating kapag naipanalo mo yung Game 1 sa finals.
Especially because this is just a best of 3 affair. You want to get that 1-0 advantage to begin the series. Tongko, remember she hit that game winner in Game 2 of that semifinal tussle against Binyan. Bernardino on top. A 6-second differential between shot clock and game clock, but it's stolen away by Ali Lim. Counter steal by Batangas. Bernardino puts it up. Jumper no good. Palmera D, 1 second left. Janine Botejos. I don't think that would have counted as well, even if it went in. We are going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Hala, nagdilang ang hila ko, Javi. Tama ang naamoy ko kanina. We are going in an overtime.
Last play right here. It was stolen away from Afril. Ali Lim got the basketball, but MG Kalang getting that rock back for Batangas, and Bernardino missing on the short stab that could have won them the game at kulang sa oras itong Akari para makakuha ng disenteng tira. Janine Ponteos misfiring on that shot from way downtown. 40 minutes isn't enough. We need 5 more to settle the score between Akari and Batangas. Magbabalik kami for overtime here in Game 1 of the Wmpbl Finals. Aliana Lim and the Akari Sparks had a chance to win it in regulation, but it was stolen away by MG Kalang. Batangas also couldn't get a basket from Afril Bernardino that could have won them the ball game. We are going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the Wmpbl Finals here in Hoops Haven, Pasay City. Muli, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Javi Palanya, Miss Sue Ali, and Miss Flo Del Agua bringing you the action between the Akari Sparks Rizal and the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire Valkyries. What a game this has been. Nothing short of our expectations, Sue.
Kind of expected it a while ago. Sa sobrang intense. You know, anything could really happen in women's basketball. Again, ulitin natin kanina, Akari is up as much as 19 points. And New Zealand was able to cut down the lead nung third quarter na. Third quarter, going to fourth quarter with the help of Pring Fabruada, which is now with 5 fouls already.
Also, no more Snow Peñaranda para sa Batangas City.
Another fouled out player.
So that's going to be something that Coach Cholo's team will have to deal with here in extra time against a still complete Akari Sparks. Ventura, Prado, Palmera D, Pontejos, and Lim, the 5 on the floor to begin overtime for Manong Derek Pumarin.
Traveling was called against Mar Prado in that possession. Again, in this kind of game, every possession is so important.
Queenie Aquino will take the floor once again after a long rest on the bench. MG Kalang from the outside. What about MG Kalang in this game, Sue?
Doing very good on defending Coach Riza on the other end and showing us that she could really make that three-point shot on the other side.
And remember, she was the one who sparked that run for Batangas at the end of the third quarter because of those defensive stops.
That's right. And she was also the one converting the 3 points
Yes.
nung sa kabilang court naman.
Big shots, big defensive plays. MG Calang has made those kinds of things for Coach Cholo Villanueva in this game. Palmera D scored on that previous possession for Akari, making it 82-81. At may foul na may itatawag dito laban sa Batangas. Penalty situation will carry over here into extra time. Both teams are already over the limit. That's why Aliana Lim will be taking 2 charities.
Liana Lim now with 14 points.
After a slow start, she has managed to get back on her groove.
Kung nung first half, it was all Coach Riza. Nung second half naman, it was Camille Sambile and Aliana Lim who really made those big shots, most important shots of the ball game.
Mar Prado as well, providing the production during the early parts of the fourth period. Aliana Lim splitting her charities, tying the game up at 82. Palmera D will take a rest. This might just be a short one para sa kanya. Pabalik si Shemaya Batayo. Tonko, Jonicio, Calang, Castillo, and Bernardino for Coach Cholo Villanueva. They turn it over. Aliana Lim short on the layup. Rebound stolen away by the Sparks. Pontejos does it settle for the outside shot, and she was fouled. Not a good foul given up there by MG Calang. Oh no, it's against Kate Castillo. At pangalawa na yan, laban kay Kate.
But again, a penalty will carry over from the fourth quarter. Kaya naman, 2 free throws for Janine Ponteos. And alam mo, ito talaga yung mga free throws na sobrang importante. Ito yung mga dapat nasushoot. Kasi every possession in this ballgame is really, really, really important.
Akari was 8 out of 8 from the free throw line.
Nung first half.
But they have missed some since then, no? Aliana Lim missed one earlier, as well as Janine Pontejos, uncharacteristically going 0 out of 2. Still tied at 82 all here. 2 minutes into this overtime period. Tonko being pressured by Abatayo. Calang, she has come up big for Coach Cholo in this game. Back to her backcourt partner. Andrea fumbled it a bit, recovers and scores. Andrea Tonko making it 84-82. Might have gotten away with a traveling violation too. Almost a turnover for the Sparks, but Prado manages to improvise. At may foul na naman na maitatawag laban sa Batangas.
Coach Cholo's really not happy with those calls.
Oh, it seemed Andrea did take an extra step, Sue.
Yeah, but I think yung naging consideration is natapik kasi yung bola ni I'm not sure if it's Shemaya. Parang natapik niya pabalik kay Andrea yung bola. Maybe that's why hindi tinawagan ng traveling.
Prado once again tested here at the free throw line. She makes good on the first. 84-83. 2 minutes and 34 remaining here in OT. 1 out of 2 for Mar Prado, but Ali Lim collects the offensive rebound. Shemaya on the left side, back to Mar. Prado puts the ball on the deck. Mar Prado off the glass and in.
You know, dahil nawalan ng dalawang big guys si Coach Cholo, it is a huge advantage for the Akari to go attack the baskets kasi ang daming mismatch. You have a mismatch with Tonko, you have a mismatch with MG, and with Kate Castillo as well.
Proper observation right there, Sue. Calang all air on that fall-away shot. 85 to 84 here as we enter the final 2 minutes. Abatayo, defended by Kate Castillo. Ponteos gets by Kalang. Janine drops it off. Sambile, short stab. That is specialty of the house for Camille Sambile.
Camille Sambile is the game winner player of Akari.
Look at this. Ponteos looked like she was going nowhere, but was able to get an emergency pass, which is our Aristocrat assist of the quarter. Aristocrat Restaurant serving legacy since 1936. A 3-point lead for the Sparks, 87 to 84. There is not an empty seat in this house right here in Hoops Haven in Pasay City. You see there the FU Lady Tamaraos in attendance, in support of their head coach Raiza Palmeradi, who is playing for the Akari Sparks Rizal in this tussle against the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire. This is game 1 of the finals here in the Wmpbl. And we are now in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Can you actually believe it? Abby Balanya, Miss Sue Ali, and Miss Flo Del Agua at your service for tonight's game. 87 to 84, Akari in the lead by 3, a minute and 46 to play. Batangas with the basketball.
And kung dito sa side na to, nandito yung FU Lady Tamaraos. On the other side naman is the DLSU Lady Archers. The players naman of Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Siyempre, di mawawala yan. Eh, halos home court na rin ng Batangas itong Hoops Haven eh. Kalang gets the loose ball. Back to MG. Step to the side. 3-pointer. Could have been another big shot for Kalang. Instead, Jonicio is there. She too has been steady for Coach Cholo in this game, especially on the glass too.
That's right, no. Maybe not on offense, hindi yun ang specialty niya, but she is giving good defense on the other side. Good defense, good rebounds na kailangan ni Coach Cholo ngayon, especially that Pring Fabruada and Snow Peñaranda are out of the game.
At talagang sinuklian ni Jonicio yung paglagay ni Coach Cholo sa kanya in the starting lineup. Really proving that it was worth it.
That's right.
Kaya lang mintis ang kanyang unang free throw. Batangas down by 3 points. 0 out of 2 for Cel Jonicio. And Bernardino able to get the offensive rebound. However, it was stolen away by Akari. And they're able to force a foul. Camille Sambile will be back at the free throw line.
And this is very dangerous for the Batangas New Zealand as Camille Sambile is very consistent in this game.
Ooh.
Nabati ata. Sorry. Sorry, Camille.
First one is no good para kay Camille Sambile.
She's now with 17 points, Javi.
Wow. Former FU Lady Tamara coming up big here in game 1 for Manong Derek, but coming up empty on that trip to the line, leaving the door still wide open. Still a lot of time to play in this game. A minute and 11. Tatlo lang naman tong hinahabol ng Batangas. Tonko hands it off to Afril. Bernardino creates contact and creates the basket. April Bernardino making it 87 to 86. just a tough cover when she's coming downhill. Ito si April Bernardino. Sambile gets by Bernardino but misses on the left-hand scoop. Aliana Lim gets the reverse to go. 89-86. 35 seconds to play in this game. Castillo, she hit that game-tying three to force overtime. Tried to get a pass to Kalang on the right side. Instead, it hits the basket. And that's going to be a turnover against the Valkyries. Take a look at this Hotel Sogo. So clean, so good, so good. Play of the quarter. Aliana Lim coming up big here in overtime. 89-86. Abby Manzanares coming back here for Coach Solo Villanueva. Sambile, siya na rin nagtawid dito para sa Sparks. Absolutely no need to rush. Shot clock is off. 14 seconds left in this game, and Batangas forced to give up the foul to put Camille Sambile on the free throw line once again.
Another dangerous move from Batangas, New Zealand, as they were the one trailing 3 points in this ball game. And now they put Camille Sambile.
And she makes her first free throw here, Sue, to make it a 2-possession ball game. 90-86. This last free throw could seal it for the Sparks. Sambile going 2 for 2. 91-86. 12 seconds left. Bernardino, the pass to Dionisio, and Cell will score. 91-88. 6.8 seconds. Batangas needs to foul. And there you go. 3 seconds chopped off the game clock. Ngayon naman si Mar Prado ang muling masusubukan sa ating free throw line for the Sparks. 91-88. Well, we have to note, mga kaliga, Batangas already with no more timeouts left. Akari still with one more to call. Prado missing the first free throw.
This is a, pag na-shoot na Mar Prado to, we could say that it's a safety win for Akari Sparks.
And Prado does so. Maybe putting the game in the bag right now for Akari here in game 1. Manzanares onto Bernardino. Tonko, they will run out of time. And the Akari Sparks Rizal, despite losing the lead midway through the second half, they rally back here in extra period and steal this game 1 victory away from Batangas City to take a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 affair, Sue.
Well, I must say it's a win that they deserve. After all, the effort from everyone, you know, it was a team effort after all. We have seen a lot of players who showed up that we haven't seen in the past few games. We have seen a lot of improvements from the players. We have seen teamwork. You know, yun talaga yung pinakamahalaga dito sa Finals Game 1. Kung ano yung nangyari, kung paano na ipanalo ito ng Akari. It's because of their teamwork. We have seen that in the first half of the game. We have seen assists over assist. We have seen the heart na kahit hinabol sila, kahit nag-overtime, no one stopped, no one rested, no one gave the New Zealand a chance to recover.
A strong start for Akari. Their first 5 really establishing the rhythm para sa kanila. But the starters of Batangas keeping in step with the Sparks during the first 5 minutes of the game. Kaya lang nung pumasok yung bench ni Manong Derek, talagang umabante na yung Akari sa laro during the first half.
That's right, no? And a big loss din for Coach Cholo yung pagka-fouled out ni Pring Fabruada, which had an incredible game today, and of course Snow Peñaranda, that even if she's not that big on the scoring department, but she's able to, give good defense naman and good rebounds on the other end. But again, the loss of these two girls, immediately nagawan to ng paraan ng Akari para lamangan si New Zealand. They were able to recover and maintain that lead to win the ball game.
The FEU Lady Tamaraos quartet of Shemaya Abatayo, Ali Lim, Riza Palmeradi, and Camille Sambile coming up big here in Game 1, Sue.
That's right, no. It was, again, I keep on saying it, it was a teamwork of them. Nakita natin, simple basketball yung binigay ng Akari sa atin. They were giving good passes. The movements are so smooth and everything just went the way they wanted to be.
Pero siyempre, di natin pwede kalimutan Janine Punteos also giving her contributions, as well as Mar Prado. But now, we will hear from the woman who really made it big time para sa Akari Sparks sa laro na to. She is at courtside with Miss Flo Del Agua.
Maraming salamat, Javi. Big time indeed. Here beside me is our Eurotech's most trusted player of the game, Camille Sambile, doing big time things to get finals game 1. And of course, here beside me as well is the winning coach, Manong Derek Pumaren. Manong, unahin ko muna si Camille dahil excited po yata dito sa POG interview. Camille, you're only averaging roughly 5.5 points. This season has been very quiet for you, but today you created 19 points.
Siguro ginawa ko lang yung job ko and nag-mindset talaga ako ngayong championship na ibibigay ko kung ano talaga yung laro ko. Yung mga past na few games namin, actually gusto ko lang talaga ma-involve lahat ng teammates ko, kaya hindi ako masyado nag-ask for the ball. Actually nagagalit na nga si coach sa akin na parang ititira ko na lang siya, ipapasa ko pa.
So Camille, I guess today was a blessing in disguise because you were short of LJ Candelario. So dalawa lang kayo ni Steph na nagpapalitan. So tinake advantage mo yung time na yun na mapunta sa'yo yung minutes.
Nung nagkasakit si LJ, actually yung mga teammates ko, ang daming nagkasakit this week. Parang nag-mindset talaga ako. Yun talaga yung inisip ko. And thankful ako kasi nagdudual training kami sa Army, shooting. Yun yung pinapagawa ng coach namin siguro, kaya nagawa ko rin.
At nag-pay off na yung dual training mo. Camille, this is your chance na i-shout out yung mga sumusuporta sa'yo.
Gusto ko lang batiyan yung parents ko na nanonood and yung director namin, Lieutenant Colonel Batayola, and sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Akari. Yung Kasal family, thank you po. Lagi niyo akong sinusuportahan.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, Camille. Dumako naman tayo dito kay Manong Derek Pumaren. Manong, napakasimple lang po ng tanong ko. How challenging was this win for Akari Sparks Rizal?
Well, I think you have to give it to my team, no? To the players. We kind of lost our poise. We ran away from what we're doing. We became tentative when they started catching up. But I'm proud of the way they played. They hung in there. They came back and they were able to recover, no? And played hard pa rin even though we're down.
Especially for your usual bench players stepping up, Coach, because your usual key players ay na-scout na. Pero Coach, para mas lalo pa pong ma-motivate itong finals game mo ninyo, mga supporters po ninyo, shout out ninyo.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully that you keep supporting Akari and praying for us, no? We got one more game to win and it's not over yet, no? Hopefully that you'll be here to watch the game and cheer for us. Thank you.
Maraming salamat at congratulations po. Javi and Sue, narinig niyo yan. It's not over yet. That was Coach Manong Derek Pumaren. And congratulations to the rest of Akari Sparks as well. Batik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Miss Flo Del Agua from courtside. We heard from Camille Sambile and Manong Derek Pumaren. This was a challenging win indeed, but yun nga, yung poise ang nangibabaw para sa Akari Sparks Rizal. Despite them losing it, sabi ni Manong Derek, for a bit when Batangas was catching up in that second half.
But naka-recover naman agad yung team ng Akari. And of course, you have veterans inside. You have Coach Riza, you have Aliana, you have Janine, the three hearts of Akari. Talaga namang it's and then meron ka pang Camille Sambile na talaga namang nag-step up sa game na to. I want to congratulate everyone from Akari. They did really a good job. Yes, it was a very challenging game. Nag-overtime pa tayo sa game na yon. It was the finals game 1 indeed.
Pero sabi nga ni Manong Derek, hindi pa po tapos. There is still one more game to win. We have game 2 of the finals this Sunday, July 12. That's gonna be at Paco Arena in Manila City. 6 o'clock p.m. po yan, and you could watch it once again on the official WMPBL YouTube channel. But if you can, go on over to the Paco Arena. We'll have the awarding first before the start of game 2, but I'm sure that's gonna be another epic showdown between the top 2 teams of the league. But before we wrap up, Sue, I just want to get your thoughts. No, what does Batangas need to do? What adjustments do they need to make coming in to the second game and hopefully tie the series up?
Well, nakita natin kanina na it was a good start pero hindi nga na-sustain towards the second quarter rather. So I think if they don't let the Akari blow them as early as the first quarter, baka doon, if i-maintain lang nila yung lead ni Akari. And again, sabi nga ni Coach Cholo kanina nung report ni Flo, no, it was the defense. It was the simple boxing out. It was the simple rotation on defense. And yes, correct. Kasi nga, kanina pa natin sinasabi na yung offense ni New Zealand ay nanggagaling sa magandang depensa. So if hindi maganda yung depensa ni New Zealand, dun na, medyo nagkakaproblema din tayo offensively. So next game, if they could give more, a better defense para dito sa ating mas matatangkad na kalaban, nakita naman natin the height advantage of them, yon yung I think they could start there and give good offense naman on the other side. Kasi nagawa naman nila kanina eh. Medyo nahirapan silang mag-start pero naibalik nila with giving good defense, forcing turnovers para dito sa Akari. But again, it's a ball game. It's a 40-minute ball game, and you really need to sustain the energy from the first buzzer until the last buzzer.
Sustaining a good start and having a good finish, and also perhaps the stepping up of their bench players, that would be important as well heading into Game 2. Maraming salamat mga kaliga, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you enjoyed as much as we did here in Game 1. For our courtside reporter, Ms. Flo Del Agua, for my partner, Ms. Sue Ali, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production crew, this has been Javi Palanya. At ito po ang Women's Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipina. We'll see you in Game 2.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Kapanapanabik na tagpo, handang-handa lahat sa paglalaro. Ilabas ang tinatagong talento, maharlika. Walang imposible, aabante hanggang sa makamit ang tagumpay. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng